with your video cameras, because after the mainstream media gets a hold of this, it'll be an all-white crowd showed up to protest Eric Holder. So I'm glad we'll have a little bit of, somebody to combat that. I speak from the heart and I speak plain, so if I offend some of you, I'm sorry. But it's an honor to be here today, especially to be at the LBJ Library. The father of the Great Society, the father of the social programs and the welfare state, and then the disillusion of the black family in our communities. When LBJ signed in the Voting Rights Act in 1965, he said we'll have those niggers vote Democrat for the next 40 years. And that needs to be said. People need to understand that. That's the legacy that Holder brings here with him tonight by holding his speech here. It's not just about, coming here to talk about voting rights. It's about to talk about how they've taken race and they've turned it into something that is, unrecognizable. I grew up in Birmingham, Alabama, in the heart of the civil rights movement. I could have walked to the 16th Street Baptist Church that was bombed during the civil rights era. And I have to tell you, the racism that I experienced, the evilness that came at me, wasn't from Birmingham, Alabama. It was from when I moved to the liberal north, and I got to see how things really work. And part of that was working with Acorn. And that's why I'm here today, to let you know what you guys are up against. This is not just something that has come out recently. This is something that started in the 90s when Bill Clinton was in office. Not many people realize this, but Acorn helped get Bill Clinton elected. And the National Voter Registration Act was Clinton's gift to Acorn. And so for 10 years, Acorn and its sister organization, Project Vote, were going around the country enforcing Section 7 of the NVRA, which is the part about registering voters in public assistance agencies. They coordinated openly with the Clinton Justice Department during the 90s. And during that time, they had voter registrations coming out of these public assistance offices in the millions. This was their demographic. Imagine a government, a federal mandate targeting a certain demographic. What if we were to say that by federal law, you have to register people in churches and gun stores across the country? You don't think the liberals would lose their mind? They are targeting their demographic, the people that are getting them elected. And this Obama gravy train has gotten out of control. You have more people on public assistance and welfare and unemployment than ever before, and they are coordinating to get Obama elected. I have proof that Obama and Project Vote and Acorn were coordinating illegally in 2008 to get Obama elected. Do you not think that they would do the same thing in 2012 to get this man put back in office? If there is proof that the Department of Justice ignored an Acorn investigation because they knew it would lead right to the White House, do you not think that they would try to avoid Freedom of Information Act requests that show collusion between Project Vote, who has been pushing this project for years, and now the DOJ has all of a sudden started back to filing lawsuits across the country under Section 7 violations. This is a coordinated effort by Acorn and its people to push the same agenda that they've been doing for 20 years. We have the proof. We can connect the dots. They've been contacting the Department of Justice up until 2004 to force them to file lawsuits. Even when Bush was in office, and Antonio Gonzalez was the Attorney General, they were still trying to get them to collude with them and to work. So now, when they publicly acknowledge working with the Department of Justice in those previous administrations, why are they denying it and hiding it now? Could it be because it's illegal collusion? Could it be because they're trying to work to get Obama elected? These are the questions we need to ask. We have, and I say we, because they're people I'm working with, over 55,000 documents that can indict some of these people from Acorn and Project Vote. The same people that are out there, yes, that are out there right now meddling around in New York with Occupy Wall Street and across the country. Why won't Darrell Issa and his people call for a congressional investigation of Acorn when there are enough documents to bury these people? Why won't we get them to take the stand? We need you guys to step up and do this. I am today calling for two things. One, a congressional investigation into the activities of Acorn, Project Vote, the Obama administration, and its relation to the Department of Justice in these Section 7 lawsuits across the country. And two, I'm calling on you guys to help me with this, to not only call for Holder's resignation, but his impeachment. In our communities. I grew up poor in Birmingham, Alabama, and I will tell you, in the black community, they don't have a lot of opportunities. There's not a lot of banks. So where are you going to get your checks cashed at? The liquor store. Where you go a check cashing place. You can't do anything without an ID in the black community. Sometimes they won't even let you use your debit card unless they can verify you are who you are, because they lose money on fraudulent purchases every year. These are the realities of living, of being poor and being black in America. Why is Sharpton ignoring this? He knows exactly what I'm talking about, but he's a professional race baiter. He smells that 8mm camera film and he comes running out there and he pulls out that platinum race card. I'm tired of the platinum race card, and that's why I'm here today, to let you know it's a lie. It's something they have used to divide this country, and we have got to get together and stop it. And the only way we can do that is to unite our voices and call for these investigations, and to let people know that we're tired of this race card and we're not going to put up with that in 2012. All right. Thank you for having me.